But I am not at peace, for I have seen terrorism as a major form of violence, and I see the children of South Africa crying for help and dying of hunger with racial prejudice consuming the land. I am called a peacemaker, but I am not at peace. This personal struggle was ongoing throughout my mortal life, even from the very beginning of my existence.
Actors enter. He is Daddy Alberta.
Senior, that boy's in Mama's room crying his eyes out.
Alberta, not now.
You didn't have to hit him so hard. He's just a baby.
That's all the more reason for me to knock some sense into him now.
You know as well as I do that child didn't mean what he said in Sunday school.
I don't care what he meant. The fact is, he said it. That boy stood up in my church and denounced the resurrection of Jesus. I don't know what's wrong with the boy.
Senior, can't you see the boy is confused? You're putting too much pressure on him.
He's supposed to have pressure on him. He's my son.
That's supposed to make it right.
What I'm saying is that we have a responsibility to set the example for the rest. And you know this yourself, Alberta. Your daddy felt the same way I do.
I know. That's why I know how the boy's feeling right now.
All I want is for the boy to live up to his full potential.
What you mean is that you want him to live up to what you want him to be.
I didn't say that.
No, but you mean it. That's what you mean. I just feel that what happened in Sunday school was only something to get your attention.
Well, he'll get all the attention he wants if I hear tell of it again.
All I'm asking for you to do is to sit down with the boy and to talk with him like a father and a son should. That's all I'm asking. He comes in the kitchen talking to me all the time.
Good. You talking to him. I have said all I'm going to say.
For independence, to express myself. So I began to rebel indirectly. He was pressuring me to become a minister and succeed him at Ebenezer, thus keeping the pastorship in the family. I didn't want to do this, and I let it be known that I would not be told what to do, and I would not follow in his footsteps, indirectly, of course. I had a problem, but I'm not crazy. Seems that at that time there was a lot of anger in me. I would take it out on everybody. Why, in football, I competed so ferociously that my friends couldn't tell whether I was playing or fighting. I was notorious for piling on. And in basketball, I refused to pass and shot every time I got the ball. Also, I had my share of fights, excelling in what we call middle-class combat. I prefer negotiation to fist, but if negotiation failed, I'd say, let's take it to the grass. I could out-wrestle anybody in our gang. But most memorable in my life was when my voice began to change. It seemed to command attention when I spoke. I discovered something else about my voice, too. The girls liked to hear me talk. And believe me, I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I'd say, your beauty caused the Rubicon to part and the men to meet their Waterloos. No one could touch me on the dance floor either, why I was considered the best jitterbug in Georgia.
Actor dances. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Son, don't you know The Baptist doctrine frowns upon public dancing, especially by a preacher.
Daddy, that's only a rule. I don't believe that I will not be allowed into heaven because I went dancing.
No 17-year-old child is going to sit up here and tell me what he believes. You will respect what I say and do what I say.
I can't live the way you want me to live. Why is it that I can never say or do anything right? Huh, Daddy? I mean, it's like I've committed a crime.
I don't have to listen to this. You know.
Daddy, please. I mean, for once in my life, listen to what I have to say. I don't understand.
You will do as I say, and that's the end of it.
As long as I'm giving praises to my true Father, that should be the only doctrine it takes to serve as a pastor. This is what I believe. Daddy, I'm not a child.
Then act like you got some sense and accept responsibility.
Whose responsibility?
You ain't never too grown for me to slap you down.
Daddy, I didn't mean to.
Shut up and listen. You was the one who decided to become a pastor. So as a pastor, you will uphold the pride and dignity that is expected of a pastor.
Daddy, I never wanted to disrespect you.
You already have. Son, your conduct reflects me. And until you are under the roof of your own church and your own congregation, you will abide by my rules. No dancing.
The following Sunday, Daddy King made me stand before the entire congregation and apologize. This event stands alone as the most humiliating moment of my life. I attended Morehouse College and finished with a degree in sociology. I had decided to study for a BA in Divinity at Crozer Seminary in Pennsylvania. As usual, Daddy had a few words to say. You wanted to see me, Daddy?
That's a new coat, isn't it?
Yes. Got it yesterday. Salesman said it was the finest tweed in the store.
I don't like it. Take it back.
I can't. All sales are final.
Don't wear that coat in this house.
That is more than the coat.
You heard what I said.
You're upset about me going to the seminary.
Son, you don't have to go all the way to Pennsylvania.
Daddy, I chose Crozer because that's where I wanted to go.
But what about the young lady you're leaving behind?
Daddy, I got to get going.
Son, I am willing to help take care of her.
Daddy, I'm not ready for marriage. I just want to get away.
Get away from who? From me?
That's not what I said.
You ingrate.
Daddy, I have a right to wear what I want to wear. I have a right to choose who I am to marry. I have a right to attend the school of my choice.
I tell you what, you go on to your school and just get out of this house before I lose my religion.
Daddy, stop walking out on me.